Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with our trending topic, it's time to do a little ish talking while spit swallowing. How about that? Talk a little ish while swallowing spit. That's it. Y'all know what it is. Our trending topics, where I pick out a few things that has happened in the week, be it in the world of entertainment news or sometimes sports and politics, and I run it with you, okay? So I wanted to come in today and do a little STS since I was not here for Friday to be able to do the review, do the function Friday. I'm here for Shish Talking Saturday. Okay. So let's get into the topics, guys. I don't have all of the topics that was sent to me. I apologize, but I try to keep this video. Every now and again, I will wind up having a two-parter if it's a lot and I want to talk about it all. But I try to keep these videos under 45 minutes, really. So let's get into a little bit of what was sent to me that we need to talk about, okay? My first article is a Pennsylvania school district sent letters to parents threatening to put their kids in foster care over unpaid lunches. That's right, you heard me. Unpaid lunches. The message was in a letter sent to about 1,000 parents in Pennsylvania's Wyoming Valley West or Wyoming West Valley School District. It said parents could be taken to court over children's lunch debt. The district is trying to collect more than $20,000 in unpaid lunches, and other attempts that were made previously to get the parents to pay up were unsuccessful. You can be sent to dependency court for neglecting your child's right to food. The result may be your child being taken from your home and placed in foster care, the letter read. The letter prompted backlash from the parents, but it got backlash from the parents and disapproval from the Luzerne County Child Welfare Authorities for trying to misuse the system. Child, that is crazy as hell. So if a person can't afford their child a lunch and the debt has collected in a school year up, you telling me that the Department of Children and Services could become involved in it? That is some bullshit. Even the welfare department said that was a misuse of the system. I don't know how you gonna get your coin, but honey, that ain't gonna be it. That was silly as hell. And it should be money allocated every year for children who can't afford lunches. I know there's the free lunch program, especially if you're like on some type of assistance. I think you gotta be on food stamps or something. But child, really? Every day I wake up and I have to stay prayed up as to not lose my mind, because this world is becoming more and more desensitized by the minute. That is foolishness personified. It's official, folks. Arsenio Hall will reprise his role in Coming to America 2. Coming to America was widely regarded as one of the funniest films of all time, with a collection of quotable lines that are still used today. Amen to that. Amen to that. It's been 31 years since the original movie aired in 1988. God dang, I was a teenager. I didn't realize it's been 31 years. Well, in Coming to America 2, Prince Akeem, played by Eddie Murphy, learns that his long-lost son that he has a long-lost son and must return to America to meet the unlikely heir to the throne of Zamunda. Bitch, I'm gonna watch that. I am gonna watch that, cause if he gives me a kiki like the first one, oh baby, I ain't gonna sexy chocolate, and we'll never forget. He's your queen. She's your queen to be, baby, and the soul glow. Let your soul glow. Child loving. That was one of my favorite movies. Anyway, will you be going to the theaters to watch Coming to America 2? Drop it below. Let me know what you think. I am so glad that's coming back. Jermaine Dupri, child, you done upset a plethora of female rappers when he said current female rappers sound all alike. They sound like strippers. And the brat has come out to defend her friend. She said Dupree is strategic and knows what he's doing. He is a genius. She said female rappers are now getting the attention that they have always been waiting for. She said they should be thankful for the conversation even being started now. JD said he feels like they are all rapping about the same thing and he doesn't think they're showing who's the best rapper. Now, I feel like he should have said that in general. Because men rappers ain't doing much either. The conversations are always about the same thing. Coins, cars, females, fames, making it out. I think you should have addressed it to everybody, but not just female rappers, because you knew that this was going to start something. And I've heard some talk around the town that this was said in an effort to stir up conversation for a possible new show that he wanted to bring to TV about female rappers. Well, that kind of conversation ain't gonna make them want to work under you, but okay. In Real Housewives of Potomac news, Katie Roast blasted the hell out of Ashley Darby in an IG post. See, Ashley commented about Roast Ranch on an episode of Watch What Happens Live. Darby says that Roast Ranch looked a little scruffy. A little on the scruffy side is what she said. And she made this little face. And apparently, Katie was offended so much so she clapped back explaining she bought her ranch, Sunny Hill Farm, at 27 with her modeling money, which did not involve banking an 80-year-old. Ooh. She also dug into Darby's past, exposing her impoverished upbringing and being kicked out of homes all her life. Katie said Ashley now thinks she's better than her and takes abusive deeds at other women just to cover for her sexual behaviors and the sexual behaviors of her husband, Michael. I said, oops. Ashley replied that she had stepped out of her peace bubble and would spare no one at this reunion. I said, Child. She said, mail order cooch Katie and hamster face Candace will hear from her at the reunion. Girl, I hope they drag the shit out of Ashley. Ashley do too much. She really do. I ain't never liked it. That's why I couldn't deal with the show and doing a review on it. At first, some Potomac girls was boring as hell. And then when I tried to get back into them, I didn't like the fact that they were so deeply involved in Karen's financial business. Like, what's the point of exposing this woman's business on this show? You already know the blogs already be lurking for y'all business and gonna expose you. I just thought they were doing too much, and it kind of threw me off and made me not like the show. But I know that, a couple of my colleagues down on the YouTube do fool with it heavy. And they review the show. You got Beautiful Soul Speak. I think she reviews it. Miss Honey, she reviews it. Ashley Miller reviews it. So if you're looking for somebody to go and watch, check those ladies out. They all review it. I don't, because I could not get with these women. But I'm aware of who they are. And it might make me tune in for the reunion now, girl, because I like old Nasty Reed now. Now, moving on in other celebrity news, battered and disgraced singer R. Kelly is requesting a judge to send his ex-wife, Andrea Kelly, to jail for flagrantly and continuously violating their confidentiality agreement by slandering him in public. That's what he said. His lawyer, Steve Greenberg, filed a motion in court accusing Andrea Kelly of knowingly and willingly breaking the accord while appearing on countless media outlets disparaging R. Kelly and making accusations and charges involving the singer. Kelly has appeared on Surviving R. Kelly and is now speaking on her past experience with the singer in recent episodes of Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. She has also granted interviews with multiple media outlets, which R. Kelly feels contributed to the wholesale destruction of his image and career. They are requesting that she show statements of each outlet that she went to and the gain that she got out of it. Child, look, I always said if you're gonna get him, and if you're gonna get him and the people that's closest to him, she should be a part of it too. Cause don't think in 13 years she ain't see something or participate in something. Okay? If we gonna get everybody that was involved in this heinous acts against these younger females, then include her ass, investigate her as well. Because again, I do feel like I almost am certain she knew things and she partook in things. So if you're going to get the enablers, don't forget her ass too. Okay? Now, in my last story, child, Agent Orange, a.k.a. y'all president, done messed up yet again. He told 4 Democratic congresswomen to go back to where they came from. On Wednesday, Donald Trump held a rally in North Carolina, and once again, he continued to criticize the 4 Democratic women that have been now called the Squad. During his speech, he said, I think in some cases they hate our country. If you hate our country or if you are not happy here, you can leave. He called heat for those comments he made about Alexandra Cortez, I think her name is Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Presley, and Rashida Tlaib. Without directly mentioning them at the moment, he went on Twitter to tell them to go back and fix their broken, crime-infested places they came from, except for Omar, who came here as a child with her parents from Somalia, with her parents, like I said. He mentioned the women at the rally, and the crowd started to chant, "Send her back." Now, Sean King took to his Twitter and tweeted that this is one of the single most racist moments in modern American political history. As Trump began attacking his friend Omar, the crowd chanted, "Send her back." It is utterly despicable and dangerous. We are here. We are in that time. Ugly. And several other people spoke out about it as well. I just want to know who's surprised, honey. Who is surprised? I'm not surprised that he said that. I'm not surprised that he said it at all. Because this man does not have any respect for... He don't have no respect for women at all. That's evident. But he don't care about letting his racist ways show. You better know somebody funding him too. See, it's a lot of people that outwardly can't say what Donald Trump says, so they fund him, and he continues to act a fool. My suggestion to each and every person that is appalled by the actions of this man is that perhaps instead of maybe you being appalled will make you so appalled that you will go out to the polls and vote in the 2020 election. And while you still got time, start finding out about these candidates. Watch the Democratic debates that will occur on, I think, July the 30th and the 31st. Watch them. Get to know some of the candidates on both sides. Find somebody who is speaking about doing things that would best suit you and your family and roll with it. But if you just sit on the sidelines talking about it, then you ain't doing nothing to help nobody. Okay? You just talking. And your voice has no power in it because you're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? You have to do something. Okay? I'm just confused, child. I'm really just thrown out. I'm thrown off by the fact that people think that this is okay. You get online and you complain all day long about how you don't like how the country is being ran and, you know, all of that. But yet we do nothing about it. And to me, you don't have a right to say anything if you're not being active, if you're not letting your voice be heard, if you're not learning who these people are and what they need to do. I'm telling you, you better figure it out. Anyway, in my last story, a Philadelphia man freed after serving 28 years in prison for a murder he did not commit. Chester Holman of Philadelphia spent the last 28 years in prison for murder he did not commit, but is suddenly now a free man. Holman will be exonerated on his charges thanks to a key trial witness admitting she falsely implicated him in 1993. CBS Philly spoke with Holman just hours after his release, where he expressed that he is a little afraid of all the changes on the outside, but most of all, he's happy to finally be out. I don't think it's really hit me yet. Still, just this morning, I learned that this was happening. I'm still a little in shock, disbelief, knowing that you're in prison for something that you didn't do and trying to convince people that you're not lying, your innocence is true, it's real, it's an uphill battle, he said. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Holman was convicted in a killing of a University of Pennsylvania student, Tae Jung Ho, near Rittenhouse Square in 1991. But the district attorney's office said authorities had evidence that pointed to other suspects at the time. Holman was reportedly arrested after a cab driver heard gunshots in the area and called police with a tip on a white SUV and a partial license plate number. The witness in Holman's trial was a neighbor who testified she had been riding with Holman and two others when she saw two of them get out of the car and heard a gunshot. However, in 2012, the neighbor testified that her original statements were coerced. The now retired police detective who took the neighbor's testimony has denied it was coerced. Patricia Cummins, supervisor of the district attorney's office conviction integrity unit, said it was pretty clear to us that unfortunately the police department and the district attorney's office actually had evidence in their possession back at the time of trial. Had they disclosed that to the defense, they they were constitutionally and ethically required to do, Mr. Holman may not have ever stood trial, quite frankly. Holman will be back in court on July the 30th. Yeah, the 30th, where his charges will be formally withdrawn. Ain't that something? 28 years of. That's why I say, stop slandering these people because you don't know what's going on. Stop believing everything the media says because you don't. The media feeds us what they want us to believe. It has to be up to us to be critical thinkers and to ask questions and seek knowledge. It's up to us. Because the media, people have become like zombies. They believe everything. If you read it on black and white, oh, it's true. And that simply is not the case all the ways. It's sometimes these people are straight up lying. And you need to be smart enough to know when something don't sound right and to do further research if it offends you or it feels like something that you need to know about. 28 years of this man's life, he been locked up for a crime he didn't commit. I can only imagine what that must feel like. Oh, can you imagine? And to be honest with you, at my age, hell no, I can't imagine it. I can't. I cannot. I will not. Oh, I just feel really bad. But I'm glad he's out. I'm glad. But I want to know if they're going to compensate him. Oh, yeah, and I got one more story, y'all. Well, actually, two more. I'm sorry. Let me get into it. Some more R. Kelly news, child. R. Kelly reportedly fears for his life in prison, requests solitary confinement. R. Kelly's attorney, Nicole Becker, says the singer recently admitted that he prefers being in solitary confinement over general population because he believes his life would be in danger otherwise. Becker says Kelly is fearful of retaliation from inmates over the accusations which landed him behind bars. Kelly believes he is better off in solitary. His attorney acknowledged the option comes with some limitations, meaning he is only allotted 15 minutes a month on the phone. He is allotted 15 minutes a month of phone time to speak to his family and friends, opposed to those in general population who are given more phone access. There is also no TV or internet. Becker says Kelly's inability to read and write is already a problem within itself, as the singer has difficulty reading the items off the commissary list. According to Complex, R. Kelly is facing 18 counts for various sexual crimes. 10 victims. He was arrested last week outside of his Trump Tower apartment in Chicago on a 13-count indictment, which includes child pornography, enticement of a minor, and obstruction of justice. Child, I don't even know what to say, family. I don't know what to say, because I honestly believe, I'm not saying the man ain't guilty, but again, I have to be honest and tell you that I can't go by everything the media has said, because it has been proven time and time again that a lot of these accusers are lying. Now, I'm not saying that he did not do anything. I'm just questioning how much of it did he actually do, how much of it is criminal, and how much time is he really looking at if he faces a judge and jury for the things he actually did. I just don't believe all of it, but it'll play out in time. He has done something. That I do believe, but I just don't believe it's to the magnitude that they're doing now. I ain't never seen nobody get slandered like this, but it won't even be no need for no trial in a minute, child. They already trying him in the court of public opinion, but we shall see. Last story, child, and I'm sorry I forgot about this, but here I go. Killer deemed too old to pose a threat, released from prison, then kills again. Albert Flick spent decades in prison for fatally stabbing his wife in 1979 and was released after being deemed too old to pose a threat. 5 years later, he's convicted of killing again. According to the New York Post, it took jurors in Maine less than an hour to find 77-year-old Flick guilty in the 2018 murder of a homeless mother, Kimberly Doobie, who was stabbed 11 times while her twin sons watched. In 1979, Flick killed his wife, then Sandra Flick, in a similar fashion, stabbing her 14 times in front of her daughter. He was released in 2004 but was sent back in 2010 for assaulting another woman. The judge at that time ignored the recommendation for a longer sentence, stating Flick would not be a threat because of his age and it didn't make sense to keep him locked up. Flick was released 4 years later in 2014 and moved to Lewiston, Maine. Prosecutors say he met 40-year-old Doobie and became infatuated with her. He stalked her and often dined at the homeless shelter where she was living. Assistant attorney told jurors Flick knew Doobie was planning on leaving the area and thought to himself, if I can't have her, I will kill her. He then attacked Doobie in broad daylight in front of a laundromat, stabbing her in the heart and lungs while her 11-year-old twin sons watched. Flick's sentencing is scheduled for August the 9th, with the elderly man facing a prison sentence of 25 years to life. This man gonna die in prison, and considering his past, how the hell did you think that he was too old to pose a threat? That's what you get for thinking. Now, the man already stabbed his wife in 79 14 times in front of her daughter. He was released in 2004 and sent back in 2010 for assaulting another woman. The judge at that time ignored the recommendation for a longer sentence, stating that he wouldn't be a threat because of his age and it didn't make sense to keep him locked up, and released him 4 years later in 2014. He meets this woman who is living in a homeless shelter. The woman probably got on her feet and decided to move on. She wasn't trying to live there no more. She going where she can do better, possibly. So he gets it in his mind, if I can't have her, I'm a killer. So he attacked this woman in broad daylight in front of a laundromat, stabbing her in her heart and lungs while her 11-year-old twin sons watched. Child, take the key and lock his old ass up till he drop dead. Because clearly he has some mental issues. See, this is what I'm talking about. Undiagnosed mental illness. You mean to tell me it never dawned on anybody that this man has serious mental issues? And if so, what was ever done for him? Sometimes locking these people up is not the best solution. But see, because of Reagan in the 80s and his funding that he cut for the mental health facilities, a lot of crazy ass people is just walking around here willy nilly amongst us. And that's a reason to be concerned. That is awful. His old ass need to be locked the hell back up on August the 9th. They don't need to be doing no 25 to life. Give him life. When he stop breathing, then that's it. I'd rather pay for him to have 3 hots and a cot and society remains safe than to let this man out to roam the streets so that he can prey on the next woman that don't want him. Child, that's a hot damn mess. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all in this edition of Talking Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Please drop down below if it's anything that you would like to say about the subjects I talked about, or if you have suggestions for possibly videos next week that I can do. Please drop that below as well. And as in closing, I always tell y'all the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the videos on YouTube. Ratings get me in the algorithms a little bit more. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and drop any suggestions down there. If you have not become a Love Thing on YouTube for the free 99, please subscribe to my channel today. Also on YouTube, tap that notification bell button till it says all, so that you will be notified each and every time that I go live from this channel or upload a video. You can come over and join in the conversation. As I said in my previous video, which will be released around the same time today, this Saturday, I have decided I am going to keep ambitions for those 200 to 300 people that like it. Everything ain't about $1, and I enjoy doing YouTube. And you guys have been so supportive to me in a lot of ways throughout my 4 years here on the YT. And I want to say thank you. And I started off doing TV show reviews, and that's really where a lot of you people came to, really gravitate to my channel. So I'm not going to drop ambitions, even though it's a show I would rather just watch at home and not have to worry about reviewing. I'm going to do the review anyway. So since it's Saturday now, the show aired this past Tuesday. What I will do this week coming up is I'm going to take last week's episode and the episode that will air on Tuesday night, combine them in one review so that I will keep my playlist in order, and I'll do that for you guys this Tuesday. So I haven't not kept my promise. It's just too many days out, and I really don't want to go back and have to rewatch the show again, because at this point I done forgot everything. But what I can do is they always show the previous week's episode before they air the newest episode. So next Tuesday I will watch both episodes and drop a review combining them both. So we'll flow that way. And I hope that you guys like that. Again, thank you for the continued support. Welcome to my new subscribers, because it's quite a few of y'all. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope I can keep you thoroughly entertained while sometimes giving you a little upliftment for those of you who are able to receive it, maybe a gem or two. But I hope you enjoy the ambiance, and I can keep you satisfied over here on the channel. Okay? That's it. That's all, guys. I will see you guys back on my regular schedule. Programming will begin again on Monday. I will come back in and we'll start talking about whatever it is I need to talk about. So Monday will be the day that I start doing my thing on my channel. Also check out the TSC Miss Express. All that panel is a panel of us content creators coming together to weigh in our thoughts and opinions on the YouTube street. Since it's the new thing, child, they say YouTubers are now content. So once a week or when necessary, me and the panel will come together and we'll discuss it. I'm not deviating for who I am. Child, I'm YouTube news a lot of times too. You know it is. You know I am. Folks be just loving to put my name on the tip of their tongue, and it's okay. It's all good. I don't internalize this stuff. So a lot of times what people say about me just roll off my back like I'm a Doug Affleck. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's all, y'all. I will see you guys on my next upload on this channel. Also, Again, thank you for supporting Lady Nyca. I truly appreciate that, y'all. Y'all just don't know. Sometimes mere words can't express it, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all that click on my channel every upload and show me some love and support, because it is millions of us out here that you could have chosen to click on, but you chose me, and I want to thank you for it and let you know that I am truly honored. Now I'm gonna get on off this thing because I'm sleepy and I'm tired, child, and it's hot as hell out here in Louisiana. I'm ready to go lay down. So I see y'all later. Have a good Saturday. Be safe. We gonna convene back here again on Monday. Peace.